Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Today, I think we're going to do sort of a close to mid-range exterior shot of the rear entranceways to some Russian-style apartment buildings, but older and more run-down looking. So definitely not a like high swanky side of town is the vibe we're going for. And I'm going to start with a person for scale. Cool. There he is. And I'm not exactly sure how big a ground we're going to need, so we'll start with the buildings and we'll put a ground underneath it. And we're going to use some pre-made buildings at least a little bit and then add on top of them. And let's go look in City Builder. Oh, is it going to be? Okay, this is one of those times it doesn't want to load. There we go. City Builder. Soviet. I'm just going to get these out of the way, I'm sorry. Not that I mind sharing my library, but you really just don't need to see it. It's not that interesting. So we'll bring in Soviet Small 2. And I think Soviet Small 3. And maybe Soviet Small 4, just so we have all three of them. I mean, there's still 1, 2, obviously, but yeah, 1. We'll bring them all. Give us some toys to play with. Okay, so they're all lower sized. Looking good to me. And let's see, we got a front entrance and a back entrance on that one. This one looks way more run down. Both these look kind of run down, but sorry, let's go with our back entrance. I think we like that. I'm gonna get this out of my way. Let's move this. We do like that rusted up railing, so put that there. I'm not sure about the sign here. We might get rid of it. I like it better on the other side without it. And this bad boy, we want to be close. We're going to kind of keep these like they're just. And I don't think we're going to want those stairs. It's going to be going flat to ground. And then this one, let's turn it, bring it in kind of here. So we're just sort of setting up like this cul-de-sac, as it were. And we're going to edit them too. That's a good place to start. All right. So things I like and don't like. Let's bring in a ground now. Mesh, plane, S100. We'll shrink it later. I just want to have something I can adjust against. I don't really like the concrete base here, so let's just bring it down to that. Does that work? Yeah, that works pretty well, actually. I think I like that. And over here, let's see, can I just grab this thing? Will it grab? Will it grab? Yes, it does. Look, it does. Get rid of all that. X vertices. And X vertices. Cool. And then take it down as well. It's right above our ground. And in the process, we'll bury that a little bit, which is fine. I'm all right with that. I want to try something real quick here, actually. Can we edit this? Details. No. No, I was going to see if I could change the latency in the video while I was going, but I don't think I can. I did try changing the latency in OBS yesterday, so hopefully it will be a little less lag. I guess we'll see when people show up. Okay, this bad boy here also down. So it's just over our ground. Okay. Might even make it a little closer together. Okay, so which way are we? All right, I'm rotating everything because it's going to mess with me otherwise. There we go. Because I'm just used to looking at it this way. So let's bring that closer. It's just this tiny, shitty little walkway here. Maybe a little more. Okay. And that one's fine. And this bad boy, I don't know if we need him, but let's bring him into here. Where's its entrance? Doesn't look like it has a rear entrance, so let's rotate it so we can see a door if we want to. Cool. So this is sort of our street area that we're going to use. That looks good to me. Let's go ahead and save. Where are we? I actually created a folder already because I made a sign. 250502.1. Kill caps locks. Entry. Oh, I don't need the dot. I don't need the space at the end. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Let's just take a look at it. And we're going to change our camera to be brighter. Good deal. No, I'm liking this one. And I think on our ground, let's deal with that now. We don't need to go that far, obviously. We really probably don't need to go all the way to here, but we'll go to there. Okay. There we go. That's going to be our ground plane. Probably more than we need, but you know, hey. Now, let's think. I want some paths in this maybe, but we'll get to that later. I want this to be kind of mucked up. But we'll play with that in a bit. Okay. The next thing I want to do is build some wooden structures on the side. Like people have just kind of added to this over the years. Let's start over here. Shift A, mesh. Cube. And we're going to make it 2.5 meters on the side. Okay. Tab A, GZ 1.25 brings it up to our ground. There we go. So that's going to be like a one story, for lack of a better word, structure. And 2.5 is going to be our multiplier. E 2.5. Cool. Let's do it again. E 2.5 and E 2.5. Okay. And then GZ to there. Let's look at something like that. And I think I'm actually going to move these buildings that I'm not using right now. New collection to structures. Ultimately, they're going to all end up there, but just keep it out for right now so I can see what the heck I'm doing. I'm going to go load up, was it Homecraft? Or Housecraft? Housecraft. Let's see. There's our base object. Into collection. Paste it. Get the heck out the way. And this object, link, copy modifiers. Does this thing have materials? Yeah, it does. It doesn't really matter, but okay. So we can see a few things we want to do on this for sure right now. Windows. Random windows are off. We don't want any chimneys. Random chimneys and lamps are off. We don't want any of that. Doors are good. All right. So that'll be our base. Original geometry, you can just see it. Tab. This, we're going to put our door here. I'm just going to, you know what, let's just grab this whole thing. Link, copy materials, or link materials. Okay, this object, white as default, right, good. This is going to be a door. Orange a sign. Not sure we really even need windows on this, but maybe we'll give it one window here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it does. Okay, got that and that. Cool. Maybe another window here. Cool. Save. Now we want to mess it up. So let's keep going. Windows type is fine. Doors, fine. Lamps and chimneys, fine. Random damage, on. We want to mess this up. And this, I think I figured out how to do proxy. Where is it? Trash target, yes. And it's a group. Okay. So M, new collection, ground. And here now, trash target. It's going to be ground. That'll keep it from floating in midair. Yep. Cool. Now we're going to really screw it up though. So random damage, density 0.6. Vertical damage on. I'm not sure what ID red is, but let's try it. Let's give it that red material, see what it does. Does it make any difference? Didn't really look like it. Excuse me. Let's keep going. Proximity damage. We're going to give it some prox damage. Doesn't really matter. Cube. New collection, damage, sure, I don't know. Let's set it to, where are we? Viewport display of bounds. Cool, whatever. And then this object, proximity object of cube. On, give me any cube. You're ripping it apart? I can't tell if you are or not. Should be though. Okay, we definitely want water streaks. Like just mad, crazy water streaks. I don't think we want ivy. Oh, is this, oh. Where's my cube? Cube 001, yeah. No. Can't tell if you're doing anything. Should be. Maybe it needs more vertices. Let's try a sphere here. We're in, where's that? That's it, yeah. Damage, Shift A, mesh. UV sphere. Okay, and this object, proximity object of that. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything this time. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I had it working before, but our roof is looking good. Vertical damage scale. It's a lot more. Random damage scale. We can rip this thing to pieces if we want to. That might be a bit much. 1 damage 0.5. Yeah. Damage density. Let's increase that. Really just rip it up. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Might even duplicate it. Do some more in here with that. What if we add here a add a modifier, deform displacement, where we add it before the geometry nodes. Does that wonk it just a little bit? Let's see. It might. Yeah, okay. Texture 1. Strength 0.1. It does wonk it a little bit. You can watch it. It doesn't warp much because we don't have that many vertices, but we do get some out of it. I think it's a cool thing to do. Just makes it a little bit more bumpy. Now let's try. We can actually just edit it. And come to geometry nodes and turn on just the original so we can see what we got. A7, Shift D, GY. Now 3. Get rid of all that. Cool. Nice. So it's a little different looking. I don't want it in front of the door though. Let's make it to like there or over here. Let's go over here. A little bit further along. Cool. And 3 GZ. What if we do that? Now let's turn back on that. Nice. Very cool. More just FUD uppedness. I'm liking it. Let's turn on structures so we can see what we got here. I feel like I don't mind that it's that close. Let's do another one over here too. So again, we'll come to Housecraft and turn on the original so we can see what we got. And this guy, Tab A, or just L rather, Shift D, GX, RZ 180, GZ, bring that down. We're just gonna kind of squish it in even a little bit there. Yeah. L, G, and over to here. Maybe we'll get rid of this. Yeah, so it's a smaller one. Over to there. And tab. I might need to give it a door, right? Let's see. If it has one. Yeah, it does. We can give it a window too. There we go. Window. This one, I'm actually going to try E2.5 and plus make that awning and maybe delete this face. Now let's see what it looks like. Now, yeah, cool, we got a nice hole. But okay, now it's doing that thing again where it wasn't lining up. Sometimes it, and then when I tried to complain about it, it did, of course. Let's separate. L, P section, make it its own object. Tab, see if this helps. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. And turn original on. No, it's not helping. And of course, when I went to be like, it doesn't work, and then I tried to play with it, it worked. So there's like some kind of weird thing happening. But it's fine. We'll keep it. We like the hole anyway. This bad boy, we'll turn it on again. And then we'll just rejoin them together, I guess. Because it didn't make any difference. Well, actually, maybe that'll work too. Cool. Just thinking how I want to approach it. So I can realize all the geometry, or I can keep them separate and not have to. I think I'm going to realize all the geometry just because I think it'll make, hopefully, things easier with, what do you call it, geoscatter. Before we do that, though, tab L, GX. Let's bring it so it touches there. It's easier to play with as long as it's this way. So let's not realize it yet, but we're probably going to realize it. So we got these just like gnarly ass wrecked buildings. And I think we want, well, those have windows there. So maybe we don't want the same thing. We're going to want some trash and all kinds of stuff in there. All right. Did I lose my ground? See this? Now it's floating again. Undoing. Okay, not floating. That was good. Okay, fine. We're not going to join them. I don't want it floating, so piss off. This one over there, though, we do need to either move it or just bring it in. Let's see, make sure it's still good. Still good. Okay. All right, so I don't know if you gathered what I was saying, the trash on the side was no longer interacting with the ground after I joined them back together again, so we're not joining them back together again. That looks good now, though. Okay, now I want a path of planks combining these things. Like there's lots of mud essentially along here. So 7. We need our doors, and our doors are here. Maybe I'm just going to create that first. Let's go to all libraries and palette. There we go. Put that here. Okay, and GX. Great, just so I can see where it's going. And then Alt-D. I think it's to here, right? Let's see. Yes. And then Alt-D. Is there a door on this side? I don't really see a door, but we might put one in. But in the meantime, just move it there. And then over to here too. Now structures I can hide. Oh wait, are those in structures? No, they're not. And this one to move to structure. Okay. And we're going from, where are my other palettes? Oh, where's the third one? Where's the second one? Did I move them both? Let's see. Palette, palette 2. Yeah, okay, I moved them both. All right. Structure back on. That thing. There we go. Good deal. Now we can hide structures. We got palette, 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 right? Yes. Okay. And I could kind of want to keep it mostly straight. So let's see. Tab. Subdivide. Let's say 25. 50, because we're going to want it anyway. Cool. And we're going to go to this one. Let's just do it this way. Come on. Yeah, or even, let's just remove that. Cool. Something like that. Q, curve extract. So I can see it. We're not going to do that later, but so I can see it. Okay, and curve, I don't know where its object center is. Origin. Okay, good. Now, Alt-G to origin. Cool. Add a modifier to form or array. Generate array. I'll probably have to do it multiple curves, aren't I? Fit curve. Yeah, okay, we'll have to do it multiple curves because it doesn't like to do turns, right? Let's try, let's see where it goes. Fit curve, plane curve. Yeah, it's just doing that one. Nice. Okay, we want to, yeah, we'll keep it this, the wider one. And then add a modifier to form curve, and again, plane curve. Let's get that first one. We're getting the angles rotated too, so we do want to separate it out. Let's just do that first. L, P, your own curve. L, no. Let's just do. Sure. P, your own curve. Great. And P, your own curve. I think this one I'll just get rid of. X vertices. Okay, so now we have them in multiple curves, but that's better. So where's our palette? Why does it have animation? We don't want that. Okay. This palette, right? Yes. Plane curve. Array, plane curve. Where to go? Let's get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay. Select plane curve. Curve select plane curve. Which one is plane curve? Oh, did I get rid of that one? This one should be plane curve, right? That's plane curve 1. All right. Oh, I must have gotten rid of plane curve. Right, I see. That's one I deleted. So here, not the dude. There we go, yes. Curve, plane curve 1. Cool. Plane curve 1. There we go. We have our walkway going across there. Cool. Now, palette 2-1. Let's add a modifier. Yeah. Array. Curve. Plane curve 2. Hey, Psalm. And add a modifier. Deform curve. Curve 2. There's that. Cool. And our palette 3. Can I just do this? Link, copy modifiers, and then change it to plane curve 3. Yeah. And plane curve 3. And hold G. Bring it back to center. Yep. Cool. Now this object, we can actually just move these. Scene collection. Not scene collection, sorry, collection. Because collection is going to be my garbage dump for things I don't want to see. Turn it off. Why is it still there? Where are we? Oh. Where did I move to collection? Nothing, I guess. All right. Move to collection. Oh, collection. There we go. Okay, so now we have it working. Now let's tweak it a little bit. Turn back on our buildings, and I'm gonna get rid of this animation. Clear animation data. Kiss off. I don't know where that came from. Okay. So this sucker here, GX, a little bit that way. Cool. GY, 7, G. It's backwards, which makes it interesting. But we will get it lined up. Cool. Cool. Am I right? No. 2, 1. Sometimes numbers are better. There we go. So we've created all these paths, which is good, is what we wanted. They're very straight right now. And we could also just add an empty one here. But let's try something else. Let's see. On that collection and this one, can we add a distortion modifier? Deform. Oh, we can't, but we can do this. Okay. All right, we're going to convert it back and forth. We'll lose things, won't we? Well, you can just do manually. I'm going to get rid of that extra geometry. Depth is 0. Solo it. Edit it. All right, we do have a couple. Unsolo it. And if we just move these just slightly. Yeah. That gives us that wonky sense that we're looking for. great. That's so much better. Here, 0. Edit it again. We can do the same thing here. Just grab, we can just grab 1 and turn on proportional random with a proportional size of like 50. Okay, and let's see. Yeah. That one's all wonky. Nice. Am I a game designer? No, I'm a concept artist. Which, not that different sometimes, but I am a concept artist. Let's bring in a different palette here. And fill it into there. So that one's going all the way where it needs to go. All those are looking good. Save. All right. We got our path coming. We're at 41 minutes. We're doing excellent. Take our ground. We've already subdivided it a lot. Let's select it. Shift Q, random flow, turn off dynamic scale. Shift Q, extras, utility, quick displacement. Size 0.2. That's going to create just bumps a little bit. So far, so good. Okay, we're going to do it again. But now we're going to quick displace, subdivide it. Where are we? Cut 1. And change the strength to 0.5 and the size to 0.1. It's going to add sort of a second level of bumpage to it, which I'm liking. From where I live in Vancouver, BC, in Canada. And it's going over our paths. We can choose, it's muddying up our path, which might be cool, actually. Let's try one more. A, tab, Shift Q, utility, quick displace, strength of 0.1, size of 0.05, cut of 1, and subsurf afterward of 1. Yeah. I mean, it's a high poly object now, but not that bad. But definitely gives us ground. And we can just object, shade smooth, and we have created a muddy ground, which is what we wanted. And tab, I'm not sure if it's UV'd, so let's just go ahead and UV it to make sure. Yeah, smart UV project. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did. In a moment. Okay, cool. And we'll give it a material of, I think, dirt and brown. Or is it dirt and AO grass? So it'd be green where it's near things and brown otherwise. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. I don't think I want it covering up my walkway, though. I wasn't sure. It's easy fix. We're just going to sculpt mode. Oh, I've got fucking, there we go. Keyframing turned on for everything. No wonder. I have to go through and just make sure nothing is a keyframe. Fucking hate animation. There we go. Just like that. And just bring it down. And down. And down. Looks like we got it more on that side than this side. Cool, that's looking all right. We're just a little there. This is way too much, though. Take it down. Down. Good, good, good. Cool. That feels better to me. Object mode. Turn off collection. Just make sure none of my objects have animations. They do. Oh, clear animation data. Go away. Can I do multiples? Maybe this is the only one left. Clear animation data. No. No. Okay, one at a time. Clear animation data. I had auto keyframing turned on. Ah, India. Cool. So it's evening for you. Start of the morning for me. All right. So we got that going on. Take a look at it again. Very much digging this. I think that's looking nice. I'm gonna make it even a bit brighter to see. It's like 6. Now it's like super bright, but we can see everything. Okay. I think it's time to realize these suckers. Realize instances on. I don't know what export settings are. We're going to turn them on. And we're going to apply all to that building. Okay. And then this one, do the same thing. Yeah. And it's got both. And apply all. Okay, so all those are real objects now. So now I can edit this thing. And just get rid of these floaters. Cool. Goodbye. That was easy. And now we can move them to structure too. Although, actually, I don't necessarily want them in structure. Let's undo that. Let's move them, new collection, to huts. Or shacks. I like shacks. Okay. And this we'll put in shack as well. No, it's not, but it's close enough. Shack his. I have no idea, man. I get some views, but I don't really advertise a lot. And honestly, I like having more like friends show up in a sense. Like the people who do come to my stream, although it's pretty quiet today, are more my friends than anything else now. So they just get together with me while I make stuff, and that's cool. Not famous, but I'm not really looking to be famous. I'm more looking just to make stuff. I'm sure if I made big explosions and pretty girls, more people would come, but yeah, not what I'm really into doing. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna get rid of our guy too now, just because he's starting to get in my way now. Bye, Carl. Okay, and I can get rid of damage because we applied everything. Just kind of keeping things simple. Save. All right, what kind of ground do we want? Material on this thing. Let's take a look. We need some geoscatter. And we're going to emit from our ground. And we'll go for a biome. And I'm thinking one of the wasteland ones. Probably the best options. Or grass. Like, which do we think? I don't think we want that much grass. Let's do, what's in grass D? Versus, these have more rocks in them too. Let's try 5. We'll see if we like it or not. I'm still do some sci-fi stuff to this as well, but I want to kind of get it laid out. The important stuff for me is the reality. Adding sci-fi is easy. Okay. Get this out the way. So yes. There's a lot of elements, so I didn't create them all. We want an upward obstruction of structures. And let's try clump high. Oh, sorry, not structures. On this one, maybe we want it on everything. So I'm going to move shacks into structures. No, I'm not. I have no interest in doing that. There's so many of those out there already. Just go watch one. It's not what I'm here for. There are hundreds of thousands of those everywhere. And I'm more interested in the creativity than I am the tool you use. You can really take almost everything that I do and apply it to Maya or 3ds Max or whatever else you wanted to, and it would kind of be the same sort of idea. And that's what I'm interested in. Okay. I'm going to have to go clump here. I have to do this one at a time, I guess. Proximity, repel from shacks. There we go. Okay, we don't need to go that far back on it either. Just like 0.2. Cool. So they're just not underneath that stuff right now. Good. We have to do that for each one of these, though. Clump low. Repel. No one's ever been able to tell me what they would get out of me doing a tutorial like that they can't just go watch one of the ones that's already there. Because there are so many out there. It might get me viewers, but what do I care? That's too many. It's way too much clumping. Let's get rid of this distribution. I want it mostly dirt, honestly. Let's try this one too. Yeah. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one, but let's kill it. Yeah. Cool. High. Down. Down. Bush. Make sure we're selected bush this time. Repel. Structure, or shacks, right? Yeah, shacks. Repel shacks. And I'm going to leave that there and just kill it. Just want a few. I don't want any branches. There's no trees, so no branches. And gravel. I'm just going to, again, I'm not even looking at it. And let's try turning it on. Let's see if it's too much. Still might be too much. Let's see if that's too little. That's getting low. I don't hate it, but let's see. Gravel looks good. Clump high. Let's increase it again. A bit more. Clump low. It's always a back and forth to try to figure out what's your right amount. You take it too far one way, then you take it too far the other way, and you're like, okay, yeah. All right. That's looking okay, I think. Yes. That is looking okay. Now, I'm going to try something here. In collections. Turn it back on. I still have those, right? My curves. Yes, I do. Move them to new collection, path curves. I actually want to keep them. That's something I can use. So let's see. You want to go in there? Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's good so far, I think. Save. Now, let's come back. Come on. And save. Right. And add another one. Biome scatter. We still have it up, so I can just grab it. I want to grab tall grass. So like grass 10. Maybe, no, grass D3. Let's do this one. I'm going for some greener stuff to it. This is going to take it a second. Probably should have turned off geoscatter before I tried to scatter it, but you never know. It's getting there. It's at 50%. $62. 75. Morning, Michael. Good to see you, sir. $88. I messed with the settings in OBS and lowered the latency some. I hope it helps. It said it might lower the quality of the video a little bit, but I feel like it's okay. So I'm hopeful that it will be better. All right, so we got these over. Upward obstruction of structure. Good to get in the groove early. I like when that happens. Certainly not going to argue that one. Dead. I want to see if we can make this work. Proximity and repel to path curves. Now we're going to need it to be a little bit wider than otherwise because we're still upward obstructing on those things. But let's try 3 and we'll cut it down. See how much it goes. Reverse it. And I'm going to turn off our other one just so we're not confused. We're good with that one, so just go away. There we go. Okay, now turn on dead. Yes, okay. It's still getting us underlap, unfortunately, which is annoying. Like I'm trying to make it. What's our best way? Take shacks back out. Not into lights. Fuck off. Just into scene collection. Shacks. Great. So I want to repel from shacks. Or do I? No. I know what I want to do. I want to repel from path curves. So full-on real repel of 1. And then I want to, and I do actually think I want this in again. Just changing my mind. Yeah. And then here, I want it more on the buildings anyway, so it's okay, but structures. And I want those to go towards it. Is that to me too far? Let's see. Okay. Yes. So that's too much repelling. 0.5. And cool. And then this one, and let's go too far. Yeah, can we go lower? That should be okay. Yes, yes it is. Look at that. So we got it. So it's not going underneath our walkways because we're repelling from the Bezier curve underneath it. Because there's so many opening holes, we can't do an upward obstruction because it gets confused. But it's working, and it's still going near the other stuff. And it looks like we're at 0.5, 0.1, and 0.1.1 is our kind of magic point for this. So let's go ahead and do that for weed. Repel from path curves. 0.5, 0.1. And attract, reverse repel, to structures. .1. I'm going to go through and change the density in a little bit. 0.1. Okay, cool. And then I do the same thing. It's a little slow, but maybe it'd be faster if I turn it off. Repel. Path curves. Yeah, it does seem like it is. 0.5. Sure. 0.5.1. And collision structures. Reverse it. 0.1. Make sure I reverse the last one. I don't remember. I feel like... No, I didn't reverse it. It's like, I don't think I did. Medium, repel, path curves. 0.5.1, repel. Where's it now? While I'm thinking about it. Structures. And we have one more, right? Yeah, leaves. Do I even care about leaves? I'm getting rid of leaves. There are no trees. Let's turn them on and save and turn on geoscatter. Woohoo! We get this like shit growing around stuff on the ground, which is what we wanted. I think it's a little heavy. Oh, let's cut it in some. I could literally spend days just fixing plants around borders of things. It's just the most fun thing to me. Dead. Let's cut the dead ones down a bit. Halvesies, quartersies. Yeah, cool. Turn it off. Weed. How heavy is our weeds? Weeds look good. That's fine. No issue there. Plants. Yeah, I'm good. Let me down a little bit. Let's cut down one. And maybe one more. Doesn't actually do much. Oh, because I'm on dead. Go back up again. Plant. It's like, it's not doing anything. Well, that's why. Now it is. There we go. And then medium. I don't want too much grass. That looks all right. Let's see if we got it right. I think I cut my dead down too much. Yeah, okay. And I think I want some dandelions. So let's go grab them. Did I close my browser? Botanic, weeds. Just get this out of my way. Oh, come on. There we go. Got that one. And red clover, too. Give it a little bit more fun. So we're going to turn off geoscatter. So I don't have to deal with it. Preset is going to be that one, sure. Scatter from browser selection, scatter assets. And move to grass D3. Cool. And repel from the path curves. 0.5, 0.1. And repel, reverse repel from structure. And 0.1, and I'm going to go with 0.2. Let the dandelions go out a little bit further. Let's just see them. We're going into our thing just a little bit, but I don't think it's bad. It's because they're bigger. Clumpier things. That looks good. Let's turn it on again. And we do need to do some sci-fi stuff, just so everyone's satisfied. Not everyone wants to watch me put dandelions down on things. I get that. Come on, just turn it on. And we'll turn it all on. The other one's not that big anyway. After I blow away all the instances for it. Shouldn't be too bad. There we go. I'll save. Take a look. I also want to put my sign up. Yeah. Looking good. I like it a lot. Save. Cool. We're just going to turn off Geoscatter now. We might actually punch it up a bit more. So it feels like there's a bit more close to our thing. Oh, I know why that one's getting that space there. Medium. Come on. Turn that off. This kind of stuff is definitely a back and forth as well, because you kind of have to see it sometimes to know. They go away, go off. Turn off. You're thinking, okay, great. Medium. We're not getting any along here, which is too bad because it's overhanging, sadly. But it's fine. Let's just punch it up a bit more. One more time. Just so it feels like we got something along those edges. Yeah, okay, cool. Now let's just turn it all off. Save. We need our sign. Yeah, I made a sign. We're going to import image. Or are we? Sign. Ground sign or like Sci-Fi sign. I think ground sign. No Russians in Russian. Yeah, it's backwards. Okay. There we go. That says no access to Russians, Resnarians only. Cause yeah. We need to dirty it up though. Oh, sorry. Q. Shading, append materials. Okay. And this object here. We're going to add a second material. It's going to be our flow cloth. And shading. Just going to grab that whole thing. Paste it. And then this is going to here. And where was the other place it was going to? Let's see. This hue saturation there. Okay. Cool. We need to change the offset. Nice. There's our sign. That maybe no one but me will notice, but I think is fun. Let's take it down a little bit. So it's like right there, like middle of the door level. Could actually put it on the door, but I think we'll put it out here where we can see it more. Cool. It's a sign. And I double checked it. I did. So if you're using Google Image or Google Language Translate, it's always good to translate it back again to make sure it works. And then I asked my Russian speaking girlfriend, and she told me it sounded reasonable. So I didn't make something stupid. Because even though I can't read it, somebody else might. Again, my personal pet peeve, I know I've said before, are the people who do concept art in Tokyo, and because they're English speaking, they accidentally flip the canvas and all the Japanese letters are backwards, but because they don't recognize them as a language, their brain doesn't freak out, so they just don't notice, and they leave the canvas flipped, and all of the kanas are backwards. It's just incredibly common, actually, when you're looking at cyberpunk images, and it makes me laugh every time I see it. Okay. So we have that. What kind of sci-fi junky stuff we want to throw in here? So the concept is this building has been, basically they kicked all the locals out, and it's probably mostly soldiers. It's become a soldiers' barracks. I'm just going to hide that for right now. And that. Okay. And here, let's go create ourselves an object. We might as well do it ourselves today. Mesh, cube, and SY, SX, sure. GZ1, great. Rotation scale. Bring it out to there. I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure it's common and annoying. I feel like we, as artists, we have a responsibility to pay attention to stuff like that and make sure we don't do it, and yet we do. face. Poke to face. 1. I'm going to move this whole thing over so it goes into that other space because that just seems fun. Alrighty, we got that. Cool. And let's take this and this and bevel them. Let's give us something wonky like that. Okay. And this. Add some edge loops. Great. Got those sides. Start. Utility. Plate insets. Subdivisions of 4. I could mirror it. I kind of want to mirror it, I think, but this way lets me pick which side I want to mirror it on. That side. That's fun. And then tab again. Okay. Whee! Not going to subdivide it again. Okay. Plate insets. Maximum of 10. Ooh, yeah. That's fun looking. I like that. That's neat. Okay. And this won't be the only sci-fi, but I just think it's kind of fun. A-U Smart UV project. Sure. Let's try it that way. And material. Let's give it big, medium, smalls. Metal sheeting classic. Which is what they use for spaceships, but it works well. For damn near everything sci-fi usually. Let's see. Yeah, it does. And we're mirrored, so it's fine. Yeah, I really like that. I don't like that. That's the one thing. Come here. This? Yes. A. Scale it. R90. No. R minus 90. Over to here instead. We got language, but I think it's going to be too small for us to see. Hi, Weldon. Yeah, that's cool. I like that better. Gives us these neat little things there. Let's just do it one more time. No, we're good. Kind of blend out a little bit, but I think it's just what it do. Cool. We're super bright. We won't be this bright when we actually render things. It's just so we can see what the hell we're doing. Yes. Cool. And maybe let's go see what else we can find. Big, medium, small. Cyberpunk. 2K. I don't know if we need any of these building kits, street assets, catwalks and signs, and there's a kind of a funky doobip. Let's bring it in. Goodbye. All right. Okay. Let's jump back. Alt-R, make sure it's straight. Okay, it is. RZ 180. Cool. Let's bring it in to kind of there. That's fun. And I think I'm going to move those to structures. because I think we want them to interact with our thing. The Wilden taketh, the Wilden giveth away. Trash assembly, sure. Okay, that's nice. It's not really sci-fi, but it's nice. Let's turn our other buildings back on. Maybe turn this building off this time now. Kind of mostly focused that direction so far. Cool. There we go. Some more trash. And we should put some here. Yeah. What do we want to put there? This thing? Let's see. I feel like it'd be better against a building. So let's put it against a building. I don't mind that it floats like that. Well, we could take it all the way down to the ground, but yeah, let's leave it up. Save. Let's grab this thing. Yeah, that's neat looking. And no idea what it is, but it's neat looking. You really can't over bling something at this point. Like, adding more micro detail is just going to make this better. Almost without limit, which is a fun place to be because you can just kind of, you don't have to worry about being too much, really, ever. What if we put like a structure over here, even? What's this? All these are in structures, right? Yes, it is going to slow us down a little bit, but we're not worrying about what's back over here because I don't think we're going to show it. It's kind of outside of our frame, but that gives us some, like, there's some sci-fi shit going on here now. Let's bring back our first building. That's starting to feel kind of like it's got a bit more high-tech-ery going on. You know, one thing I'm noticing is I don't have a path that's going outside of the frame. Do we want to do it again? Let's just duplicate it. Oh, it's so backward. It's so confusing. Yeah, there we go. -10. No. 2. Yes, okay. 1. One's pretty close. We're going to go a little further than 1. 1.1. Yeah, 1.2. Good. Okay, so now we have a path that leads off. It does get that in there, though. So let's take it actually... .4 to there, yes. I'm going to take this one as well. Bring it over. It's going to turn it just for interest. And there's some space, but that's okay. I don't mind. It should be in path, right? It's in shacks. Good. So that should just auto increase our thing. And our ground, we want to edit this here. Sculpt mode. Bring it down. Bring it down. And bring it down. There we go. And we can even just bring it down here too. Okay. And there while we're at it. Alrighty. Now, we want to give it a sky. Let's do that next. Time of day, not strongly caring right now, but I would like to be bright enough to see. $42. We're going to try something different. Why not? I don't know what it is. Um, 1022. Let's try it. Add a sky in. Cool. Take a look. Oh, that light's neat. I didn't even realize it was lit up, but that is cool. That feels like a good sky for us. Set a camera there. Got lots of neat good camera angles. This stuff looks good. Might put a light in here, like right there. Let's do that. It's a big, medium, small Tokyo. Street assets. There we go. Ceiling lights. Bring this one in. Let's see. Reverse it, yeah. Cool. And kind of need a couple, or we make it bigger, but let's just do a couple. And we could array it. Q, array. Feels reasonably good to me. Yep. Take a look. That's fun. Save. I think we're going to lay off the fog today. So I'm just looking to see if there's... We can try rotating our light too. So right now, we're not getting any real light in our cul-de-sac. Let's try the angle and see what we get. I'm looking at it from above because we're going to see this is how the shadows fall. That's going to be way too bright. Let's try somewhere. It's going to need to be one of these sort of side things like this. So that's going to give us a little bit of light. Let's see how we feel. We're kind of looking at it this way. Yeah. That's cool. Set our camera to the ARRI. We don't need to go any deeper. We're good. Lens can be anamorphic. Let's go to 35 though. And our resolution will go wide. And we can look in here. The only other option would be, do we want to reverse it? We could try. Let's just see. HDR. So right now we're at 82 plus 180. Yeah. Doesn't line up exactly. But do we want to do that? No, it's much, the shadows aren't nearly as interesting. 80. 85. Let's go a bit more. Or a bit less. It's all where we're going to place it. We're also very bright on our sky exposure. We could go back to 8. That's too low. 7. 7 might be okay. I think we're going to go to 6 again. And maybe even go a little closer. We don't actually need to see all this stuff in one shot. That's pretty good. Let's take our camera, change this to base contrast. Yeah. I'm gonna check that. And compositing, let's just set that up real quick and then we'll call it. I'm gonna go with 0.75, my original. Okay. Layout. Camera in, and yeah. Fun. I feel like that's going to work for us. Let's turn on geoscatter just to make sure I haven't done anything stupid, but we should be good because it's all procedural. For our layouts. Yeah. And the other one's turned off still, but we can turn it on. Yeah. Probably should, just to see. Starting to slow us down a little bit, but not too bad. And there we are. Looking pretty cool. It might be a little bright. I might play around with the sun afterward, but that's going to be an after this process, not a this process. I also feel like I want to push the dandelions back a little bit. Just looking now. They're a little too close. Oh, and I bet you... No, it should have modified. Let's see. can't tell if this new one we copied is doing the appropriate level of hiding. It should be though. It's still in path curves. Is it in 4? No, it's not. This one. Oh. Okay, I see. We have to give it a 4th path curve. I just copy that, then I offset it from its existing curve, but it doesn't have the other curve. Come on. Does that make sense? When I created the second path, it's still basing it off the curve that's along this one. It just moved it offset from that curve. But the problem is we're using that curve to keep the grasses off of stuff, so it's not doing that. So we need to grab that curve as well, and Alt-D. And I'm not going to reassociate it to the path. There's no need. I just need to move it so there's a curve underneath this other thing. Come on, geosketch, go away. There we go. And then path curve 4, yes. G, we move it to there. And the cursor and rotate it slightly. Okay, there we go. Now it should avoid that path curve. And our repel from path curves minimum distance, I'm going to say, is 0.6 for dandelions. Pushing it out a little bit more. Well, let's see. Did that work? Should have. It did more, maybe even 0.7. Oh. Yeah, that's better. It's only on dandelions, right? Yeah. Seems good. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to call it here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I feel like we got some cool stuff. We've made this whole space, and I am liking it. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will be back again, as far as I know, on Monday morning to keep doing some more. Take care, folks. We'll see you later. Okay. Bye.